Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the New England Patriots 10-year dynasty here on Madden 24. We are at episode number 7, year number 7, and I'm pretty sure the word dynasty applies to the boys because we are established. We are world champions in this video, or in this series so far, so it's already become a successful 10-year, which every other 10-year has been successful. So I can say that I'm a rebuilding god, apparently. But we just got to build on it. We got to keep winning Super Bowls. We got to keep developing the talent that we have, and we got to keep drafting the talent that we can in the draft, even though we always are good now, so we always have to have draft at the end of the draft. That's the takeaway from being really, really good. That's the other side of things. So if we can keep drafting really well, we're still going to be a very, very good football team. The only concern, now that we get down to the final stretch of this 10-year video, or 10-year series, is the contracts and the money in the cap room that we are going to have or not going to have. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. We're going to have to probably make some pretty tough decisions on who we bring back, who we don't bring back. It's going to be pretty crazy these next couple episodes, these last final few episodes of the 10-year rebuild. But I think we can get it done. And at the end of the day, all that matters is if we win another Lombardi trophy or not. So let's go and do that. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get that subscriber, not subscriber ratio a little bit closer together. That would really ease my mind. So if you could subscribe, do it, please. Without further ado, it's time to continue episode 7, year 7 of the New England Patriot 10-year dynasty. Let's get started. Okay, here we are in the year 2029. This is what our roster is comprised of at this point. We've got ourselves an X-Factor Drake May, an X-Factor Brock Bowers, a pretty solid offensive line. We could still use some upgrades in the interior, I guess. But Buckner is good enough. Obviously, Owenyu's great. We do have Williams. We have Byron. We've got some backups at each position. They're just not like super highly rated right now, but maybe they'll turn out to be. I'm assuming that Mitchell and Byron are going to progress even this season and probably take over at some point within the next couple of episodes. Our wide receiver core is fantastic with Keon Coleman, Romeo Doubs, and Demario Douglas. We've obviously got fantastic quarterback play in Drake May, which I'm assuming by the end of this episode, he could very well be a 99 overall true. I'm guessing he probably gets to a 98 because obviously you have a lot. Yeah, it takes a lot of XP to get up one level when you're this high. So maybe he only goes up to 98, but certainly with good morale, he'll be a 99. We've got Callahan. We've got Ramondre Stevenson. Offense is looking very, very fantastic. Defense is maybe looking even more fantastic because we've got Michael Givens. We've got Zach Gore. Marte Mapu has turned into a fantastic safety, which is what I was hoping he would. Daxton Hill is great. The cornerback room is so deep, it's crazy. The defensive line's fantastic. The linebacking core, other than Zach Gore, is fantastic. So, like, we got studs all around the board. We got studs all around the board. Obviously, you know that our game plan is, our offensive playbook is the big dog Dallas Cowboy playbook, because why wouldn't it be? So, hopefully that can take us to another championship. That's the goal. And we will see. I will simulate to week number 8, and we will find out just how good we start the season. I'm expecting us to lose maybe 2 games. We'll probably be like 5-2, I would guess, when we jump back in, knowing Madden, even though that's what I realistic think is going to happen. What I hope is happening is we're undefeated, but I doubt that's going to happen. Madden rarely ever lets you win every single game, so even when you have a good team. So we'll see what happens. But I've already got the draft class loaded in, so we'll learn about that draft class as we get to week 11 and all that kind of good stuff. But let's get to week 8, see how the team starts the season. Hopefully, it's a good start. So I was even more wrong than my prediction. We are nowhere near undefeated by any means, and we are not even anywhere close to 5-2. We finish 3-4 in the first half of the season, which is just absolutely disgusting considering the talent that we have on this team. I don't know why we are bad or what's going on, but we need to turn it around in the second half of the season or things are going to get crazy. As you can see, we have no money in cap room, but we have plenty of talented players that need to come back on new contracts, so we will have to go and do a little bit of restructuring if we want to bring anybody back. I definitely want to bring back Marquand Evans, and I probably... Should we bring back Christian Barmore? I mean, he's 30 now. We probably don't have to bring back Marcus Jones anymore. I definitely want to bring back Micah Wenyu. Man, some of these are a little tricky. I don't know what we should do with some of these guys. Do we bring back Romeo Doubs? I think we do, because we need that number one receiver. So I think Romeo Doubs comes back. Marquand Evans obviously comes back. Byron comes back because he's not very expensive at all. Barmore, I don't know about. Barmore's the only one that I'm a little bit, like, teetering on. I don't know what I want to do with Barmore. Do we keep him, or do we let him walk? Because we have his replacement already. We have his replacement on the team. It's Elliott. Shaden Elliott is already here. He's not as good, obviously, but that's because he's been behind Christian Barmore and hasn't gotten the total reps and XP that he probably deserves. So, do we just let him go? Do we let Barmore go and just let Elliott take over? I mean, we could always move Newton over to D-tackle, and then that way we have Houston and Keon White that get to play a little bit more. So that's always a possibility. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out later. That's for future Juice to handle. And by future Juice, I mean like a couple minutes from now. Let's get to the national focus. Outside linebacker. We already are stacked on outside linebacker, but I haven't changed my my national scout. So we'll continue to keep looking at outside linebackers. And if we continue to be bad, we'll have a top pick. So I guess it won't matter what we're stacked at. We'll have a top pick to draft the best player available, apparently, if we continue to lose. But finally, we win against the Denver Broncos, who are also pretty bad. But this is going to be a tough game against the Bills. It's always tough against the Bills. And they do beat us. Not by much, but they do beat us. And now we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. What's going to happen here? Another loss. This is weird. Why are we losing so many games? Drake May does officially go up to a 98 overall. Why are we losing so many games? We have a loaded team. I don't know why we're losing as many games as we are. But now it's time to do focus players. Wow. Deshaun Harris is a top 5 true talent at outside linebacker. 6'6" out of Washington with great to elite speed and acceleration. A player like A power. Wow. Okay, so Deshaun Harris definitely looks pretty good. If we get a top pick in the draft, I'm definitely going to be looking at him. What about Michael Richards? 6'4". Ooh, Michael Richards. Okay, I'm definitely looking at him as well. You know what? At this point, keep losing games. I want to draft one of these studs at the top. I want to draft one of these studs at the very top. Kevin Phillips also looks fantastic at outside linebacker. You know what? I'm going to do you, I'm going to do you, and I'm going to do you. We're going to find out how good those guys actually are. Keep losing games. I want a stud player. Although I need to make sure that I actually have my draft pick. Do I have my own draft pick? I can't remember what I did with draft picks. No! I traded away my first round and second round and third round picks. And next year I don't even have a first round pick. Oh, it's a travesty. It's an absolute travesty. I made a mistake. So we're not even going to be picking at the top of the draft. What did I do? I don't remember what trade I had to make to get that, to get whatever thing, but that's very upsetting because we have no money to trade players. So it's not like I can trade Barmore to get our first round pick back. Oh, this is just the worst thing in the world. How do I get my own first round pick? Who even has my own first round pick? Who has my first round pick? This is not the year to be bad. I traded away all those picks because I thought we were going to be really good and those weren't going to matter. But now we're bad and it matters. So who has that? Who has my pick? Who has New England's pick? It is the The Bills do. I can't believe I gave the Bills my pick. I gave them my first, my second, and my third. What did I trade? They have my first through third. I got to start watching my other videos before I go into the next recording, because I don't remember at all what I traded to give. What did I give the Buffalo Bills? Or why did I give them three picks to get? What did I get in return? Oh my, I don't remember at all what I gave. But they have all of my picks. I have absolutely no idea what I gave them to get in this situation. But we have no draft picks until the 4th round. And we're a bad football team. Why are bad things happening to good people? I don't understand. This is not the ideal situation. We're just going to have to restructure so many contracts that it's crazy stupid. Just restructure every single person's contract on the entire team, and that might still not be enough money to bring everybody back. But we will try our best. We're certainly not going to have enough cap room. That cap room's never going to go down. I'd have to probably take a bunch of penalties if I was going to get that cap room down. But I don't want to do that because I'm trying to win championships. I'm trying to win them fat championships, not just be a loser. So I restructured basically every contract that's worth anything. Does that even free up money? Okay, that freed up $127 million in cap room. Does that also mean that I have positive money in trading? Trade Center? No, it means I have negative $132 million in trading. Okay, so we can't make any trades with players. We can trade draft picks, but I don't have the assets to be able to trade to get my own first-round pick back without trading players. But at least we can bring back our own players, which is good. So Romeo Doubs, new contract, 4-year deal. Give him like that. He's going to come back. Marquand Evans is going to come back on a 5-year deal just to keep him off the same timeline as Romeo. So he's back. Byron is going to come back only because he's very, very cheap. So if we give him like $3 million and then like $2 million, perfect. Barmore, I think at this point we have to bring Barmore back since I can't trade him. We're going to get Du Bois back. Or DeBoss. Is it Du Bois? Because there's no I in there, so it might be DeBoss. Owenyu's coming back. 3-year deal. 3-year deal for Owenyu. He's coming back. DeJuan Jones is coming back because I don't have another option for him. I can't believe DeJuan Jones has been able to stick around this long. I got him in like the first season. And he's been able to stick around this whole time. James Houston's going to return on a 2-year deal. So he's back. Lance Hoover I want back because I do think that there's potential with him. And he's got a great name. Oh, he says no to that. Okay. Sorry, Lance. I guess you're not coming back then, big dog. Marcus Jones we can let walk. We have crazy cornerback depth at this point. And Christian Barmore I think we're going to give a new contract to. I'd rather keep him around since I can't trade him. I'd rather keep him around. So we freed up about $28 million remaining. And since I'm not going to bring back City So, and I'm not going to bring back Marcus Jones, and probably not even Lance Hoover, I think that'll be it. So I'm going to simulate the rest of the year. Hopefully we start winning games and actually make the playoffs, because if we don't, and the Bills get our first-round pick, that's going to be bad news for us. Let's continue simulating and hopefully turn this thing around. We did, in fact, turn the season around, thank God. We went 11-6, so I don't think we lost another game, which is nice. Finally, we actually played up to our level. But unfortunately for us, the rest of the division was also very, very good. The Jets won it at 12-5, and the Bills went 11-6. So we had a lot of competition. We barely end up making the playoffs, actually. And we're in a weird spot because we have to play the wild card, but Drake May had a really, really good season again, which is to be expected because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league at this point. 4,500 yards, 39 touchdowns, 5 interceptions with 75% completion percentage, which is crazy for a starting quarterback to have. That's absolutely insane. He had a crazy season. Kevin Callahan had a good year. 17 touchdowns is crazy. Romeo Dobbs and Keon Coleman both led the team with receiving yards, but Coleman had more touchdowns. Douglas had a good season as well. Bowers had a pretty good year. Defensively, we had 106 tackles from who else but Zach Gore. DJ Turner had a good year, 90 for Kevin Corbett. Marte Mapu, 86. Tackle for loss leader was Newton with 17, 14 for Givens, 13 for Barmore. Newton also led the team in sacks, so he had a fantastic year. 12 sacks, 8 for Uche. Givens had 7.5. Barmore had 5. Marte Mapu at safety? Strong safety had 5 interceptions. That's kind of wild. And then a bunch of guys had 1. But 5 interceptions at strong safety for Marte Mapu is kind of crazy. And we sit at the wild card round against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm assuming this AFC playoff was just kind of crazy this year. We do win, which is nice. I'm glad we didn't just get bumped in the first round. That's typical Madden, getting bumped in the first round. But also typical Madden, giving you the first round win, but then beating you in the second round. So I'm expecting a loss against the Buffalo Bills here. Here's what the playoffs actually look like. We are, in fact, the 6th seed going up against the Bills, Jets and Colts. Then it's the Packers, Niners, Cowboys, and Rams. Do we have any sort of shot of winning this game? Probably not. I would say this is almost guaranteed to be a loss. And no, it is, in fact, a win. The Buffalo Bills lose 19-16 to us. So we now play in the AFC title game against the Colts. We have a chance to go to the Super Bowl again. Let's jump in and get this done. AFC Championship time, and thankfully we have home field advantage because I'm assuming, since we're playing the Colts and not the Jets, that the Jets lost and they would have had they were the 1 seed obviously, so they would have had home field advantage. But now we are the highest seed, so we get home field advantage beautifully. This is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, a 6 versus 7 in the AFC title game. That's how close this conference was this year, that a 6 and a 7 are good enough to be the actually like taken seriously as the 2 best teams in the AFC. It's 27-20. That was a quick score by the Colts. Holy crap. You see how fast they scored that? They might actually get this done, though. And no, we do get it done. We hold on for the victory, and the New England Patriots will play in the Super Bowl again. Ooh, that was actually really close there. The Colts, I thought, were going to sneak this one away and tie it, but they do not. We are able to hold on for the W and play in the Super Bowl against, hopefully, a bad team, but who knows who we're going to play against. So let's sim to the Super Bowl. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I don't know. I have no idea. It's going to be the Rams, and they were 10-7, so they obviously weren't the 1 seed. Mapu's an 85 overall now. Good for him. What's this playoff bracket look like? They're the 3 seed. They beat the Packers, who were the 1 seed, so no 1 seed makes it past their first game. That's kind of crazy. And it's a 6 versus a 3. It's a rematch of the Patriots-Rams Super Bowl from what? That would have been the 2018 season, but the 2019, like January or February of 2019, I think is when that would have happened. And the Patriots won in what is arguably considered one of the worst Super Bowls of all time. But not for me, because Patriots won. So I love it. It was a pretty boring game to watch, but it ended with my team winning the Super Bowl, so I can't be mad at it. Let's go actually recreate that and win another championship for the Dynasty. Super Bowl time. The Patriots have a chance to get another one added to the resume. Drake May has a chance to establish himself amongst the GOAT. He already has, technically, because he's already a better quarterback than any other quarterback we've had other than Tom Brady. So he has a chance to put himself firmly as the number 2. To be fair, he's never really going to pass Brady. He'd have to win, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 to put himself along Tom Brady's ranks. And he'd have to win multiple MVPs. He'd have to do a lot. Brady did a whole lot. So he'd have to do a whole lot to get that spot. But adding another title would not be bad, that's for sure. But it is the final couple seconds here. Field goal to win it. Walk-off. Did we just do it? The New England Patriots are world champions again. A field goal to win the game. Reminiscent of Adam Vinatieri back in the day. And the New England Patriots are Super Bowl champions once again. The dynasty is in full effect. I really, really, really thought this was going to be a bad season, considering we started the year at what were we, 3-6 or something like that, 4 and I forget what it was. We were bad at the beginning of the year, the halfway point of the year, but we turned it around. We won every other game. We killed the playoffs, and we go now. We did get lucky. We didn't have to play the Bengals. We didn't have to play the Jets. We did have to play the Bills, but we beat them. So we didn't have to go through the toughest teams in the AFC, and we didn't have to go through the toughest team in the NFC because they lost in their first playoff game. So we did have a pretty cupcake type of path to the playoffs, maybe a Mickey Mouse type of championship, but I don't care. Championship is a championship. I don't care if it's Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. I don't freaking care, big dog. It's a championship. So that's huge. That is absolutely massive. Another title for Titletown. Let's go to the recap and see who won all the awards and get to this offseason. Now I don't feel so bad giving away all my draft picks to the Buffalo Bills, because now we would have been picking at the final pick of the first round anyway. So, Galaxy Brain. I knew we were going to win a championship. I just knew it. So, Marquand Evans, good thing we gave him a new contract. He wins Super Bowl MVP. There is Drake May winning MVP. I told you, he needs to win a bunch of MVPs to be in the Tom Brady category, along with winning Super Bowls, and he's doing that. He's on the path. Breece Hall and Jared Verse are the players of the year. Adrian Rucker, running back for the Niners, and Brendan DeCarvalho, I don't know how to say his name. He's the left end for the Chargers. He wins defensive rookie of the year. But if we go through the history, that is a three-peat for the good guys. A three-peat of title. The dynasty is returned. And Drake May is a two-time back-to-back MVP. So let's just say that the good guys are back on top. The dynasty is well and truly back. This is the third iteration of the dynasty, because obviously Tom Brady had two iterations of the dynasty. He had the one in the early 2000s when he first got the job. Then he had the one in the 2010s where he won the other ones. And now we've got the Drake May dynasty. So we've got the third iteration of the Patriots dynasty. That is kind of crazy. But let's keep going, because next episode I want to win a fourth. This is already starting to become one of the most successful 10-year series that I've done. I don't think we've won more than 4 titles in a 10-year span in any of my 10-year rebuild series. I have to go back and look at all the videos, but I don't think there's been a series where we've won more than 4. Not that I can remember. We're obviously going to accept the option on Michael Givens and on Jacques Session, 2 top 5 talents that one hasn't really gotten the chance to blossom because we've had so much cornerback depth. The other one's been a stud. Marcus Jones is going to be gone. Lance Hoover is going to be gone. Sidney So is going to be gone. But we have very, very good depth at all those positions to replace them. And let's get to the draft, because we can't really care about free agency. We don't have any free agent money. We got literal no money. But Patrick Mahomes is a free agent. That would be pretty cool to bring him to New England. That'd be pretty funny. But obviously we can't do that, so we'll see where he signs. Maybe he just signs with the Chiefs again. We've seen that happen before, where there's a Patrick Mahomes in free agency, but then he goes through the whole free agent process, doesn't sign anywhere, and then ends up signing a 1-year deal with the Chiefs. We've seen that happen before. I don't know if that's going to happen again. He is over 30 now, so who knows what's going to happen. He is one of the greatest of all time, but Drake May is catching him. Drake May is certainly on his heels. He's trying to catch him. Drake May is trying to establish himself as one of the greatest of all time, and he's very close to doing so. He's already got 3 championships. He's got 2 MVPs. He's dominating. He is dominating. Okay, let's quickly... Oh, I can't check free agent. I went too far. Let's quickly check to see where he went. Where did Mahomes sign? Patrick Mahomes is now playing quarterback. Where is he playing? 2 is on the Broncos. He is now the starting quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. He's over Kyler Murray, who's still here, funny enough. That's crazy. Patrick Mahomes is now the starting quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. Good for him. Maybe we see him in the playoffs. All right, it's draft time. We don't have a first, a second, or a third round pick, so we just kind of have to ride it out on good vibes. I do want to see how good some of these guys actually were. So we got top 5 on Harris. We got to round 1 to 2 on Kevin Phillips. Okay, well, we don't care about any of these guys because we can't draft them. So let's get to our pick, which is all the way in the 4th round. And next year we don't have a first-round pick again, right? We have I traded that away too. So that's kind of sucky. But who's here? Who's going to be available? Usually there's some offensive linemen that are sneaky good at this point. Maybe there's a center. Drew McDonald, excuse me. It's Drew McDonald. Okay, he's a viable option. We might go with him. There's no more offensive linemen that I want to grab. There's really no defensive players. Maybe there's a sneaky good corner or something. That's always possible. But it doesn't look like it. Safeties are not really... You know what? I'll just take that center. He's probably the best player left on the board. We'll grab him, even if he's normal development, which he's not, actually. He is hidden development. Drew McDonald. Okay. I'm loving it. That's crazy. And then we only have 2 picks this year, and it's a 4th and a 7th. It's Mr. Irrelevant this year. Who's going to be Mr. Irrelevant? Who wants to be Mr. Irrelevant? Probably a wide receiver. All these guys are going to suck. Who's the fastest wide receiver left on the board? 4.5 speed. He's the 4th fastest receiver. What about Steven Atkinson? He's the 7th fastest receiver. Who's the fastest? This guy right here. 4.42 speed, Jason Nixon. He's bad, but he's Mr. Irrelevant, and he's fast. So maybe he can become something. He is normal development. 91 speed's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Okay. Considering we only had 2 picks, seemed like that came out pretty well. 73 overall for McDonald and a 67 for Nixon. I shouldn't have backed out there. I want to see those top picks. I want to see how good they actually were. Did we miss out on anything special? Deshaun Harris is 82. Campbell's an 80. Michael Richards is a 78, who is probably who I would have went for. I would have went for either him or Deshaun Harris, to be fair. Okay, so we didn't miss out on too much. Yeah, 82 overall for an outside linebacker is phenomenal, but we didn't have any option to go get him. But I'd rather have a 3-peat and a 3rd championship than... honestly, I'd rather have all of it. I wish I didn't trade my draft picks away, but hey, that's what happens. Sometimes you trade away your draft picks. I still don't remember what I got for it. Romeo Dobbs has actually fallen to the 3rd string wide receiver. Very interesting. And Drake May is now an official 99 overall, so we'll see him next episode be a true 99 overall. Maybe we can go for that 4th title. The defense still looks strong. I'm super excited about it. I mean, we are the exact same team. We didn't make any changes on offense, on defense. We brought in McDonald. That's about it. That's literally it, because the other wide receiver doesn't matter. So this team is the exact same as it was this past episode, and we won a championship. So I'm hoping that the only difference is our guys are higher overalls now, slightly. Does that mean we're going to win a championship? I hope so. I hope it's a 4th title in the next episode. We're running out of episodes. We've got 8, 9, and 10. We got 3 episodes remaining in this series. Can we win 3 more titles? It's unlikely, but it is possible. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.